friends. I'm Prince Pharaoh, and I'm 5 years old, and today I'm gonna be reading you one story. Princess Pressie. King Fuzzpot liked everything to be just so. He had his own rule book covering such vital matters as the number of brush strokes. His daughter, Princess Pressie, royal hair should receive before bed. Discreetly, Princess Pressie thought that her father's rule book was just silly, but she never knew dare to say anything. Now the stinky bog monster had never read the rule book. So when he crashed through Princess Pressie's window one dark night, he didn't give a second thought to the broken glass, crumbled cover, and a slimy trail he was leaving behind him. As he carried the princess off, kicking, screaming, "My poor daughter!" wailed King Fuzzpot. The next morning, stuck in that stinky, disorganized lair, this was too good a chance to miss for Prince Mary. He swiftly struck a deal with the king, ensuring the princess hand in marriage in return for her surface rescue. Now Prince Marley knew King Fuzzpot's rule book well and knew all the proper produce to follow when rescuing princess. One very important rule was that a prince had to appear on a gleaming white charger. It was when he was hiding behind a tree outside the box monster lair, cleaning the mud off his horse, that the prince caught sight of Princess Pressie. Her clothes were torn and covered and stained, and her hair was a filthy mess. The prince's heart was torn with anguish. His darling princess, what anguish! His darling princess, what had that nasty boy monster done to her? Just then, as he prepared to leap onto his charger to rescue her, the bog monster himself appeared. "Hello there, Boggy darling," cried Princess Pressie, and with that she planted a kiss on his cheek. The prince cried out in honor. "Not you," cried the princess, catching sight of Prince Marley. If you've come to rescue me, get lost. I'm not coming home ever. At last I've escaped all those silly rules. All that niceness and prettiness are good manners. I'm free. I like being rude and horrible. I've got my darling stinky bog monster to thank you for it. And you're too late. We've got married last night. There was nothing else to do. Prince Marley had to admit defeat and head home. On the way, he noticed a muddy puddle in front of him. Why not, he thought. It rode his horse straight through it, splattering both of them with mud. He laughed out loud. You never know, he thought. Perhaps the princess was right. After all, some rules are just silly. And he rode through every single puddle all the way home. Bye, my friends. See you next time. Subscribe on my channel. Thanks for watching.